I got an idea, man. I seen them doing this, let's do that or whatever. But, you know, certain people weren't with it. So one of my partners, he was like, bro, you be spending all that money on uniforms, this and that. Why you just want to start your own team? So I'm like, when you gonna help me? You know what I'm saying?
So we are here with the West Orlando Jags for Table Talk. What is it? Purple Table Talk? Purple. Yep. So tonight we're gonna get into a few topics that might be a little edgy. It might ruffle a little bit of fellas, but you know, the Jags, we don't worry about everybody else. We're gonna do us regardless. So first, I'm gonna start off with myself. I'm Ronnie, Drye, I'm Director of Marketing for the West Orlando Jags.
Tay Lewis, Defensive Coach, 13U.
KJ Ishmael, President.
Devin, Hester, 10U Head Coach.
All right, so while we're here, we are going to talk about a few topics and just kind of get some insight on how the Jags was started, who are the founding members of it. First thing I'm going to ask is, KJ, what made you decide to start the West Orlando Jags?
You know, when my son was playing football, we was over there at South Central.
Okay.
And, you know, I was just a regular parent, you know, but at the same time, I was still doing what I do, like buying uniforms for his team and stuff like that. And we would go travel, like the different football camps and stuff like that. So I was seeing, like, what they was doing in Georgia or different states. It was different from what we was doing.
Okay.
So once I started seeing that, I'm like, man, I want to, you know what I'm saying? We need to try to do something like that here. But I wasn't thinking about, like, doing my own team. I was just like, at first, I'm like, hey, man, I got an idea, man. I seen them doing this and that or whatever. But, you know, certain people weren't with it. So one of my partners, he was like, bro, you be spending all that money on uniforms, this and that. Why you just want to start your own team? So I'm like, when you gonna help me? So he was like, yeah, I got you. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, he ended up getting incarcerated.
Okay.
But we had already been pushing it like, hey, we're gonna start a team. So now it was like, it's on me. You know what I mean? So, you know, I reached out to a couple people and we got the paperwork together, and then, you know, from then on now, I went running with it.
Yeah, good. So I know I came from a different organization. I know Devin came from one, and I know Tay came from one also. So Devin, what was the reason why you decided to come over to West Orlando Jags?
I came over to West Orlando Jags during COVID year.
Okay.
I was originally in AAU with the Bobcats, and our season got shut down because of COVID. And I was coaching there, and then a couple of players still wanted to play ball.
Okay.
That's when a couple of them ended up going to the Outlaws, and I decided, you know what I mean, I'm not gonna sit out neither.
Yeah.
I came over.
Gotcha. Tay, what was we all know that you were a part of another organization. What made you decide to come over to make the switch?
With me, it was multiple reasons. One reason, you know, we had some personal issues with me and some of the leadership over there.
Okay.
And then one of the other reasons though was just opportunities, you know, for me as a coach and for me, for my child. Just, you know, for us, national exposure, kind of trying to help put him on certain stages to kind of help with his development, his growth. So I think everything kind of happened for a reason, and, you know, I'm glad it happened.
Yeah. I'm gonna speak for myself. I was with another organization, like Devin was saying. We all played. Our kids played for the Bobcats. COVID came around, and once that happened, we were trying to figure out what we was gonna do next. And for me, I just felt like I want to put my kids in the best situation where they can excel and be against the best talent. So, you know, we searching through Instagram, looking at certain things, and a parent sent me a video, KJ, and our West Orlando chant, you know, knock a nigga shit loose. And from then I said, you know what? I like this. I like this environment. I need to get my kids over there because ultimately that's what sports is about. Not necessarily what he was saying, but just that environment of fans being passionate, coaches being passionate. You might have a coach that might curse you out. And he wasn't used to that. So I had to ask him, like, yo, are you okay with a coach telling you F you or whatever the case may be? He said, Dad, I'm willing to try it out because I know I want to be the best at what I'm doing. So I need to change the environment. And as a parent, I just made it happen. And it's the best decision I feel like I've made so far as a parent in sports, and making it happen. So as we're talking about, youth sports, as you can see, every day is different things that happen behind the scenes, on the field. KJ, what do you think is the biggest misconception when parents, players, when it comes to the Jags? What do you think is the biggest misconceptions parents might have about us, or players, or whoever?
As far as parents, it ain't no structure over here.
Okay.
We ghetto. That's the main thing. That's what I hear.
Okay. So you feel okay? That's from parents. What do you think from players? That
favoritism.
Okay. Why do you think they feel that way?
I don't know, bro.
Okay.
We good. We win. So, it's a confidence thing probably.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
We play the best.
Yep.
So, sometimes when you play the best, they call it favoritism.
Gotcha. So we hearing it from a president standpoint. Coaches, what do you think is the biggest misconception from parents and players about the Jags?
I'll touch on that favoritism topic. It's a favorite topic of mine. And, since you said we're going to be edgy today, it's not favoritism if the kid is better than your kid. Let's go ahead and put that out there.
Straight up.
It's not favoritism. If the kid is just better than your child at whatever position, he's just better. It's not favoritism.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I think every coach, every parent, every spectator has seen cases of favoritism, but I think as a whole, the cases are less than what everybody speak them to be. So for us that, now one of the big things, I think one of the biggest misconceptions of the organization is, like he just said, it's ghetto, it's not organized, it's the coaches can't coach and, this, that, and the third. So, I think those are the biggest misconceptions that we kind of face as the organization.
Okay. Devin, what you think?
Same thing with what everybody's saying right now. You know what I mean? The favoritism that they feel like we have. I mean, I feel like people in our organization that's ready to leave are probably saying the same thing. And at the end of the day, when you look at it, I feel as a coach, I give every kid the opportunity. Now, do I play favoritism? Of course I do. You know what I mean? An example that I give, do you think if Tom Brady throw 3 picks in the first quarter, you going to bench him? No. If he's proven himself over and over again, so he has the leeway to mess up a little bit more than some of the kids we see mess up all the time.
Yep.
And that's the way I take stuff. You know what I mean? I know at the end of the day, if I have my stars on the team, so I get those guys a little bit more leeway to mess up a little bit because I know what they can do. As the game, they going to make it up.
Yep.
And so me as a coach, that's where I get it. I get a lot of the attention off favoring a lot of kids.
Gotcha.
And to be honest, I do because I know what they can do.
That's an honest answer. I mean, I think definitely in youth sports, you always gonna have kids that are better than other kids, and I think a lot of times it's the parent. The parent hasn't accepted that my kid is not that good, and they might have thought that their kid was that good until they went up against some real deal talent. And I think that's the biggest thing in youth sports is it's like parents accepting the fact that their kids are not worth really what they are. What do you think is some of the big misconceptions, not even misconceptions? What's some things you think we could change in youth sports, as far as not even organization, just in general, as far as parents? What are some things that you think we could do better in youth sports to make it a better situation?
As far as parents,
just period,
just
youth sports period.
Youth sports period. We got to control the violence. All the fighting, all the stuff that's going on, all the, the art. There ain't nothing wrong with trash talking.
Yeah.
We talk a lot of shit.
Yep.
But, it shouldn't get that serious to where you get to a game and you want to put your hands on somebody.
Never. It should never be serious.
I think out of everything, I think that's the main thing we should change in youth sports.
Yep.
It's happening in high school, you know what I'm saying, youth sports, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's the main thing that should change. Everything else, I like it.
Tell you what you think.
Trying to piggyback what you were saying. I just think in youth sports, the biggest thing, I just want parents to be realistic.
Yeah.
Man, just be realistic about the team your child plays for, about your team, about your child coaches, and your child's ability. I think just in the case of with your kid, you gotta learn to look at it through a different lens. And it's like you can't always look at it through a lens of, oh, that's my baby, and my little Ray Ray, little Pookie, he's so good, da da da. Man, a lot of time he's not.
Yep.
Or he might have been good at the team he was on, but kind of what you were saying over here, or when you taking him play in other environments, he's not good. I think parents, coaches, everybody need to be realistic about talent levels and their abilities.
Yeah, definitely. You can go, Devin, if you want.
I can voice my opinion on some of the experience I had. I feel us as coaches, sometimes we're not real with the parents from the jump. That's the something that I learned. I know this year coming in, these trials that we have, I'm gonna tell you straight up, you know what I mean? This team is not built for everybody.
It's not.
So if you in a situation where you saying I want to play for KJ program, I come over to the Jags because they popular and all that, and your son is not that type of player, don't bring him over. You got AAU and all that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? If you want to bring him over, you know what I mean? The team, you got to travel, national team that we have. If he's not travel material, don't say you just want to put him on TV because you see us on social media and you see the highlights and all that.
How would a parent know if their kid is national or travel material? How could as a parent, I'm a parent, I'm outside looking in. I say, you know what? My kid was over at Ocoee Bulldogs. He was going crazy over there, Tay. That man was doing, he got 5-6 touchdowns.
You'll see from the first practice.
Okay.
You'll see from the first practice.
As a coach, what you looking for in the first practice?
The kid that stand out.
Okay.
It's easy. Like if you're a parent and you know football,
yeah,
you know within the first 15 to 20 minutes, oh, my kids can play with these kids. Or you can be naive and say my kid can, and you know he really can't.
He's just having a bad day, coach.
Exactly.
He's just having a bad day.
He don't normally miss all these tackles. He don't normally drop all these balls.
He don't know the kids out there.
He's
nervous.
doing right then and there, them first 15, 20 minutes, exactly what he's been doing all his life. Period. So as a parent, you got to be honest with yourself.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. Parents, a lot of times, had this like, that's my baby, or they live in a dream that they wish they would have had, and they feel like, he got a little bit of me.
His daddy plays, so he should be good at football. What?
I'm gonna feel like, and this might ruffle some feathers, but I'm just gonna say it. I feel like all these trainers really ain't adequate trainers. Just because you might have played 1 year of high school football, you feel like you got all this knowledge and all this experience, and then you charging way too much. Like, I need to see your resume before I invest my hard-earned money into this training. I think that's the biggest thing, that everybody feel like they can train somebody. And if you ain't played to some level of college or the professional, I feel like you just trying to take people's money.
I feel like they need to have kids doing realistic fucking drills.
Like what?
Like I see a lot of me and Ken didn't talk about it where, both our kids play DB, both our kids play receiver as well. And you see a lot of these just receiver drills where the kids, they doing all this extra shit. But let's be realistic. Devin and played, the highest level.
Yep.
Receiver, you ain't got all day to get your ass off this fucking line to get open.
Yeah.
So all this, you dancing it and cha just to go fucking nowhere, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, I get it. Oh, it's footwork and hips and all that shit. Yeah. But then it's crazy because coaching 707 this past season, and then when you're going out there and you seeing some of these receivers try to do these fucking releases, anybody that's been around 707, but you got 3 seconds and some change to get the ball out. So you got these kids doing these unrealistic fucking drills that don't translate to the muscle memory of the game, but the position that they play.
I'm glad you touched on 7-on-7. What do you think that's a benefit for kids to play? Like, if it's a parent, be like, you know what, I don't want to do 7-on-7. Do you think it's a must to get your kid to the next level?
I hate it.
Why you hate it?
It's just bullshit football to me.
Okay.
Straight up.
Okay.
It depends on what position you play, I feel like.
Okay.
I feel like if you're a DB, safety,
okay,
or outside linebacker working on coverages,
okay,
that's a good way to develop. Even the wide receiver, and it's good for quarterbacks too.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, if you got 3 seconds to throw the ball, really you got a good 3 second throw when it's tightly.
True.
So now if you get used to throwing the ball with 3 seconds on the clock every time, every now and then you're going to get 4 seconds. Every now and then, but normally you got 3 seconds to let that ball go. Now for the quarterbacks, it's perfect. For the DBs and the safeties, all to get on the same page and learn their coverages, it's a great drill.
Yeah.
But like running backs, O-line and stuff like that, it's a waste of time.
Like,
I got mixed feelings about it, man. Like, I understand it. I understand the need for it. But being a defensive guy, being a guy that, you know, love the physicality of defense, I fucking hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. Me and Devin have spoke about it. Just simple things of guys running drag routes. You go to some of these tournaments, you can't redirect these guys. You can't put your hands on them. They're going to throw a flag. What anybody knowing real football, them drag routes, some slant routes, you telling your defensive guys, hey, no, put your hands on them, redirect them, knock him off his route. You know, all the same terminology, but a lot of these 7-on-7 tournaments, you can't do it. And then also, I think 7-on-7 causes misconceptions for a lot of parents, a lot of players too, because I've seen, you know, certain players at multiple positions go out there 7-on-7 and look like the best thing, look like the best thing ever put on God's earth.
Yeah.
But then when you put pads on to tell them, hey, this other kid is got the intent to knock your shit loose. Yeah. You know, KJ words, hey man, that kid, you don't get the same kid.
Yeah.
And a lot of these coaches, like I said, I've never tooted my horn and say I'm a great coach or anything like that.
You can toot your horn.
But a lot of these coaches, that shit trash, dog. A lot of coaches, just from the aspect of just, if you talk about zone coverage, and Devin, we just talked about this actually, a lot of guys don't understand really how to play zone coverage. So you teaching these kids, or I'm teaching them a cover 3, but you're really not teaching them the most basic trash level of it. So now when this kid gets to high school and he has to play it, that he's fucking lost. No, like he think coach is teaching him Chinese out there.
Yeah.
You know, so I got mixed feelings about it, but you know, it has its upsides, but I think it has multiple downsides to it.
Gotcha. Now the season has ended. Going into our, what's this? How long the Jags been around? For how many years?
3. This is gonna be year 4.
So 4 years, and all this success has happened.
We're going into year 4. It's really 3 years.
Wow, that's amazing. Who do you think is going to be the biggest test for the Jag organization going into the next season?
Locally?
Whoever. Local, can start from local and then we can go national. From each age group.
Locally, I think just organizational-wise, it's going to be Duval Jags.
Nobody in the city you feel like going to be a test for us? Like locally?
Nah.
Nobody.
No, Duval Jags and
nobody.
Duval Jags and Florida League. That
changed the game a little bit.
Yeah, most definitely. But I don't really see nobody else.
Okay. Tay?
With me, you know, I didn't kind of broaden my horizon. So, with me, for as an organization of what we doing as an org, attempting to do as an org, and the growth that we've putting forward, man, the only orgs out there that's really can say from org top to bottom, that's kind of doing what we doing is, I say, you know, you got the RDUs in Georgia. Of course, you got OG Ducks out in California.
Yep.
You know, guys like that. You know, you got Duval Jags. You know, they're a national organization as well. But
Breed.
man, hell no. Rare Breed, the only good team is Flanagan team.
Damn.
That 12, you beat the shit. We can beat that team with 12.
You can't just go to it. They won national too before that. Nah,
Flanagan.
it don't matter. They on the map.
They were other. Well, women of that was good.
It don't matter, bro. You got to say.
Well, shit, that's Osceola then. Shit, we going out. Shit, we know about that.
Osceola ain't won national.
Only Flanagan has won that
It
rap.
don't matter though. The Flanagan got.
And we're talking that Flanagan, his level, the rest of that shit, ass money.
Okay. Devin.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't really pay attention to no other age level besides ours.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Outside ours, I don't really look into all the 10 youth, 11 youth, 12 youth, and all that. Right now, from our level, I can say right now probably what Georgia Eagles doing.
Okay.
On a younger level. I like what Miami Raven doing right now too. Right now, they picked up some key pieces right now. I know that they got the number 1 player that just came in. That team, big old lineman from Kansas City Chiefs. It's the number 1 rated player right now. Old lineman. They just grabbed him. So, especially what they got already with Rod.
Yeah.
I think he like number 2 or 3 right now. So they just added some key weapons.
I know we've been talking before we got the cameras cut on. We were talking about nationals and you know, other organizations being a part of that national movement. I think from me outside looking at it, I'm a parent, so I'm looking at it from a different lens. Why do you think that, is this for everybody, why do you think other organizations haven't really bought into the national movement? Why did everybody feel like, you know what, I'm going to win Florida Elite, or I'm going to win in Pop Warner, or I'm going to win in that, and kind of that just be the baseline of where they want to go to that next level? Anybody could,
because they really haven't experienced it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's sad because when you're born in this environment, you only know this environment.
Yeah.
Until somebody puts you in another situation. So half of them not even looking to the Southern hospitality, all these preseason tournaments. They don't even look into that. All they worrying about is who we playing in Florida League.
Yeah.
What team is good in Orlando, and don't even worry about outside.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what he said. Like if you ain't, you know, if you gonna beat your chest about winning around here, and you ain't went nowhere else and got hit in the mouth yet, it don't give you no drive to go want to win nowhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just what it is. If I could win here locally and still keep my group and still, you know, motherfuckers, hey, I'm like that. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't went and you don't got no urge to go play nobody else because you ain't went and got beat.
Yeah.
Out of state. You know what I'm saying? You ain't, so it's like people just stuck on what's going on around here.
I think it's comfort level. Kind of similar to what they saying. I think it's comfort level where, you know, if I know Hess got this kid every year, so I know I can just build my team to compete with Hess every year. I know I'm in the show. I know I'm in the race. I know I'm in the running. You know, so you get that, Hess and Tate, the best student coach around, da. But when you start talking about playing nationally, or even you say you're not playing the national ball, you're just playing any fucking body outside of your comfort zone. You know, I think a lot of dudes just, I think they're just comfortable, scared, whatever they want to call it. They don't want to they don't want their ability, coaching ability, players' ability to get exposed, whatnot. So, kind of with our team this year, the 12 we just had, we had, of course, we did in Florida Elite, but, you know, we knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
With what we put together, we knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
We took early national loss to RDU, which at that time was, the 4-time national champ.
Yeah.
Came back, lost again to CDJ, And Alabama beat the shit out of us. People whooped us. People whooped us at 21-0.
22.
Damn you. But it was a case where what they did was they came out, they aired us the fuck out.
Yeah. You wasn't expecting that. Definitely wasn't expecting that.
That's something where us as a team, our kids are used to going against I formation, double wing, wishbones, offense like that, overload, wildcat offenses. So when we came out and played a team that was coming out 4-5 wide.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about then had a quarterback back there that was spinning it.
Yeah.
That it challenged us as coaches because as the defensive coach, I took that shit partially. I got my ass. You can say, well, I got exposed as a coach.
Yeah.
So, when we double back, we got to play that same team at Nationals. Ended up beating them 16-14. But it was a case of a lot of teams would have took that ass whooping preseason and then be like, nah, fuck it. This ain't for us.
Yep.
We just gonna win, our local league shit and be happy, content. So for us, national shit, it ain't for everybody, man.
I'm glad you touched on that because I was just, as you was talking, I was thinking, say I'm an organization, right, that I feel like I got a good 12U team, a good 10U team. What do you think of some ways that I could prepare myself or prepare my team for a national schedule or a national preseason or whatever? As an organization, I got a good team. What do you think of some things that I should do if I want to, jump in that national water?
Get outside.
Okay.
All the smoking preseason.
That's outside, man. And then they kind of go about what said, like, be realistic. I feel like if you trying to put together national team, travel team, whatever the fuck you want to call it, you can't realistically say, I want to go win nationally with all the kids from my neighborhood. I'm gonna go get all Richmond Heights kids and we're gonna go win nationally. Not to kids from Richmond any neighborhood, but let's be honest. It might be some dogs in this area, but it might be another dog in another neighborhood or another city or
another state.
Yeah.
We've all seen it, over the years where you got kids flying 2-3 hours to go play for teams, and you get people that are narrow-minded saying, oh, them people crazy, them parents crazy.
No.
But then you'll see that same kid now, 13 years old, 14 years old, he already got college offers on, verbally or not. That college still is, that college had the drive to figure out, let me find out let me just find out what this kid. Yeah. Where this, don't get it twisted. The likelihood that college even signing that kid 4-5 years from now on national signing day is slim. But just the fact that, okay, Alabama looked at me as an 8th grader. Now as a 12th grader, I might not still be Alabama caliber player.
Right.
But hey man, I might can get to Delaware State, Troy, North Dakota. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Where you just put yourself on that platform, and I don't think a lot of parents kind of get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where we in a social media age.
Yeah.
So as much camera time, exposure time, YouTube videos, TikTok hits that kid can get, you're only helping that kid's chances.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, a lot of people just don't get it, dog. And it's sad, but at the end of the day, I'm happy for it because they don't get a hot take the players.
Yeah, straight up. Straight up. As y'all can see now, we are getting into an age where kids are getting money for, through sports. It's a lot of people that don't like it. Some people that do like it. How do y'all feel about the NIL deal that's going on? Just in college and soon it's going to be in high school. Do you think that's going to change the dynamic in youth sports? You think it's going to be good for it or something that's going to have a negative effect on youth sports?
It depends on the player. You know what I mean? A lot of players, a lot of us grow up and say, you know what I mean, I just want to play football for the cars, for the houses, for the women, you know what I mean? And then there's some of us out here that say, shoot, I don't even care if I make it to the NFL, I don't even care if they pay me. I still want to play in the NFL.
Yeah.
So it's two types of different. It depends on what you looking at it. You know what I mean? I feel like the NIL is going to water down some of the drive for the players, especially for the one that need to get their parents out of the hood. You know what I mean? I need their mama need car note, rent, all that. They able to provide all that. You know what I mean? At an early stage, which is in college. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then once they get all that stuff, you walking in college with $2-3 million in your account. Imagine back in the day, you know what I mean, a lot of these star players that play in the league right now.
What would have happened if you had NIL money when you was going to the University of Miami?
I can't tell you. I can't. That's something I can't tell you. You know what I mean? Because it's days where you gonna have bad practice. It's days where you gonna get upset with the coach where you want to cuss. You gonna want to cuss somebody, right? Now you got $2-3 million in your pocket. If you didn't have it, when you didn't have it, you ain't say nothing. But imagine with $2-3 million in your pocket and the coach go off on you. You more open to cuss somebody and walk out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cause you like, shoot, I got something in the bank. Something that's gonna at least
probably more money you ever had in your life.
Yeah, so that's why like I feel like this transfer portal in college. Why it's so easy. Back in the days, it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
If you were in the transfer, you had to transfer and sit out a year.
Yeah.
And the coach had to release you. So you couldn't pick what team you wanted to go to.
Man.
Now you can, right? So back in the day, like when I was playing, if I wanted to leave Miami and go to Florida State, right? And he said, no, we rivals against Florida State. You can't go there.
Yeah.
And you got to sit out a whole year. So
yeah,
everything nowadays is so easy, and then with the money situation, you know what I mean? Which I feel like we should have got more money when it comes to per diem. The monthly check that we got, I don't think it was enough. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's certain people had to do more stuff to get more money.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't enough. Now with the NIL deal, you know what I mean? It's helping out, but I don't think it should be that much though.
Gotcha.
I mean, shit.
NIL juggle, what you got?
Hey, man. I feel like I like it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like them chicks work hard. They deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Nah, they let the money. They got to have. I think with the NIL deals, you got to at least sign them a mentor or
somebody to help them out,
keep them on the right track.
Yeah.
With all this money, y'all know these kids, so they get a hold to a bunch of money at that young. They liable to go crazy.
Yeah.
But if you giving this kid that much money, you should be able to have somebody that, you know,
advise them, help them.
Advise them, you know what I'm saying, so they could keep their driving.
Definitely.
Keep it going. But I think they deserve it, man. If you work hard enough to where somebody want to give you $2-3 million, why not?
Yeah.
I love it, man. Like I said, as a parent with a player, I mean, I love it. The amounts, I think, be kind of, you know, outrageous. You know, I feel like, you know, kind of piggyback what Devin was saying, that I feel like with the amount, sometimes it can kind of taint, you know, the drive that kid had.
And that's what I was going to ask Devin. I was going to ask him, like, the fact that somebody getting, like, how could you motivate a kid now that's getting money? How's the motivation? Is the motivation the same? Is it like, okay, shit, if I'm getting 50,000 in high school, whatever the case may be, as a parent, how could you keep the motivation to keep going, to go into that next level? Does it got to be in them? Like, you just got to be like, look, bro, I want to go to the NFL, I want to play college or whatever the case may be, or like, how do you handle that? That's a tough situation.
That's this way when I pointed out saying that, you know what I mean, certain people that don't care about getting paid,
yeah, that
just love football. Like, I feel like if I didn't make it to the league, I would have played semi-pro or something.
You would have been regardless.
Because I love football.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? I feel like, don't get it twisted now, I feel like the money that they get, they deserve it.
Okay. But
I don't think it should be given right up front, everything. I feel like, you know what I mean, it should be enough where they get
a little something,
$3,000 or $4,000 a month.
Okay.
Plus the per diem. You know what I mean? They per diem, they probably getting about $3,000-4,000 with the per diem too.
Okay.
Per month. Now you add on top of that, you give them another extra $3,000-4,000 to just have spending money for a month. And the rest of that money just get put aside.
Yeah.
To when they're older and they're done with college, then they can have it.
Yeah.
if they did it like that, I think it'd be perfect.
Gotcha.
Give them an extra $4,000 a month
Yep.
until they get done with college. And then whatever they doing after college, they just get that lump sum. Hell, this is what you earned from making the college, from having that big name in high school. This your money right here. So if you don't make it, now you got this right here to invest in, try to do something with it.
Yeah. I think that's the topic a lot of people ain't touched on, because you might have a situation where you might be a $2-3 million guy coming into college, but you still ain't got drafted yet. So this might be the most you didn't ever got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You might be a $2-3 million guy in college, but you might end up in a practice squad in the league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like kind of he was saying, I don't feel like it should be a situation where they're making more than some pros. Like I feel like that takes away from
No, definitely.
to get there. I always looked at, college is like the interview for the pros.
Yep.
That's why, you look at anybody that watch college football, a lot of people say the college football games be better than the NFL games, because them just run out there, they interviewing.
Yeah.
They playing, through hell and high water, because I want this GM to see that, I'm really out here. I'm worth that first round pick, that, what I'm pick.
Yeah.
So I feel like they shouldn't make more. I feel like if I'm on a 53-man roster in the NFL, I shouldn't be able to look at this kid at Florida State like this. That motherfucker done pulled up and whatever. And I'm out here driving a Camry. Like, what? I just feel like they can't.
Yeah.
I feel like it takes away from, like I said, it kind of gives, I think it puts coaches in a situation where I can still motivate this kid to be like, look, you ain't got that, you ain't made it yet, you ain't got that yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's still something after this.
Yep.
Like his saying, you got a jit that is, he got $2-3 million in his account.
He ain't gonna take shit from no coach.
Coach say,
If you that type of kid.
Coach say, hey, run these extra sprints and say you having a bad day. Let's be honest, we've all seen the stories where this parent may have passed, but this kid might still gotta go play this game this week. Yeah. He still got this bowl game, whatever. Yeah. I mean, you've seen it this past season, just in bowl games. You've always seen it where guys sit out bowl games for the draft. But now it's a situation where I know I'm finna go first round, and I know I got money in the bank. Play in the motherfucking in the Westmoreland Bowl, man. I ain't playing in that. What I'm playing that for? I'm straight.
Yeah.
So as a fan of the game, I feel like that's the difference. When people talk about the NBA, where you talk about games where, oh, Jordan played every fucking night, but LeBron don't play every night. Yeah. So as a fan of the game, you knew if I paid whatever I paid for this ticket, I know I'm gonna see Jordan tonight. Versus I paid whatever I paid for this ticket, LeBron playing the Magic, LeBron might not be playing tonight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like you gotta always keep that what's next for the kids. And to me, the NFL was the next finish line. Like, this is what we done worked for. This is what we've been, some of them since they was, 5-6 years. That's been the goal.
Yeah.
Now you gonna have kids, man. I get to college and get an idea.
Shit, I would.
I'm straight.
Yeah. but like what Devin was saying, it's all depending on the kid. If it's really the circumstance of their life, if they doing it for mom is struggling, or they just love football. Ultimately, that's what they gonna decide to do. I'm gonna ask this question for Devin, and I'm gonna go to Tay, just as far as coaching. You being a Hall of Fame, a GOAT yourself in the NFL. Soon to be. They tripping. I don't know why the hell they this shit. I don't even want to get in that shit. That's another table talk about that.
Politics.
I watched some videos on YouTube, and I see other coaches come at you kind of crazy, I don't want to say disrespectful, but I feel like you got a chip on your shoulder being a coach and having the success that you've had, and people try to come at you. I ain't gonna say directly, but I feel like when they beat you, it's like, shit, we just beat.
Yeah. I get it all the time. I get that. I get, a lot of coaches, they don't care about how could I say it? It's always the coach's name. If you got a coach with a strong name, been winning a lot of games, you know what I mean, and been very successful coaching wise, you always gonna have a target on your back. I feel like in my situation, you know what I mean, the past 5-6 years I've been coaching, 5 championships and 1 division champ, right?
Yep.
And that just little league coach. Yeah. And then on top of that, you know what I mean, me playing in the NFL, you know what I mean, it's always, when I play against a rivalry team, the rivalry coach, they always bring out the NFL. And I just feel like it's more so, to be honest with you, jealousy.
Oh, like, of course,
them playing high school ball and they probably ain't make it past high school. Yeah. So it's always a competition in that aspect of he made it to the league. I'm finna show him I can out-coach him. I beat him. You know what I mean?
And the two don't even equate. That's the crazy part. The two don't even equate. Like, bro, you're not even, like, the level he on and you ain't even, to keep it to the youth sports, because that shit don't even.
But that's the only time I really get upset when I play against coaches that bring out the NFL. I'm like, bro, like, bro, if anybody know me, if you really don't know me, then you probably wouldn't know I played football. Like, I'm the type of person where you gonna see me at a high school game by myself. Yep. You gonna see me in the mall walking by myself. You might see me at Target with flip flops on and a tank top. I'm a regular person. You know what I mean? Now I could act conceited like the rest of them do, but that's just not my character. Yeah. So I'm a normal person, man. Like I say, man, and I hate for people to like stab at me like that. You know what I mean? Cause I feel like I'm one of the most humblest NFL player that, and to do what I did, bro, like to be honest, bro, like top 100 ever.
Yeah, that's different.
Greatest of all time. You know what I mean? People don't know that. I got a burgundy jacket. I ain't got the gold one, but the burgundy one, it's only 100. It's only 100 players got burgundy.
That's different.
Out of NFL period. I got a burgundy one. But I don't brag about that. You know what I mean? I don't walk around and try to hide with bodyguards and all that. I don't get all that because that's not me.
Yeah.
And so that's what I get upset about a lot of coaches when they try to.
Well, I think being the fact that you already brought that up, I think that's going to be niggas, the coach is going to try to bring that up, you know, every time they see you now. Being the fact that they know that's going to piss you off, they're going to definitely try that. They're going to burn the jacket out. Why not burn the jacket out? Whatever. So, similar question, but not on the NFL level. Being the fact that we've had so much success, I say we because my son is a part of the 13U West Orlando Jags, the second team in the nation. We've had success. Why do you feel like other organizations, and I say other because it's attached to another team, but I'm not going to say the team. We ain't going to address them tonight. Why do you feel like it's so much hatred, so much animosity of what we do? Every time we do something is, oh, you had this recruiter, you didn't have this recruit, or why do you think it's so much of that?
I think it's a case of when you do learn something and you're doing it good, you're doing it at a high level.
Jealousy.
Other motherfuckers ain't doing it or can't do it. Yeah. It's always going to be a disconnect, you know, some ill will, ill feelings there. But at the end of the day, it's not like anything, me and kid didn't talk plenty of time. It's not like anything that we've done over here hasn't been attempted to do at other organizations. He just said a lot of shit he's doing over here as a president, he brought up to his previous team. A lot of stuff that I didn't, brainstorm with him about, I brought up to my previous team. So, I think it's a case of, it's a case of, like I said, that just being comfort. Yeah. Like, I don't want to kind of step out on that ledge and try this because I don't know how it's going to go. Yeah. If it fail, it's, oh, fuck, we failed. Yeah. But, I think the biggest thing about what we've done over here, and me going to my second year, I'm still the new guy over here. But for my second year, I thought it was your third year. My second year, bro. Well, from the being going through good there, okay. But I don't really give a fuck about it. Hey man, let's try it, bro. Yeah. It's one more time with nationally, fuck it, let's try it. Yeah. You wanna, even when it comes down to something as simple as uniforms, hey man, I wanna do lime green or whatever. Well, fuck it, let's do them all. Let's try it, see how it looks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's that's that case of, not being scared to be different, not being scared to step out there on the ledge and try something different. Even you think about just, speaking back, like you said, with our team, to my knowledge, we was the only ones really, when you really talk about trying to get out here and recruit the best players in, you know, the area. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't knock them motherfuckers inbox around the nation. I mean, for instance, we just got a kid, 6'2", 260, stays in fucking Pennsylvania. She's gonna be flying down over the summer.
Hey, bro, let me telling all our business.
They can't beat us. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. I personally don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, when it comes to in the state, and we talk about, you know, we already talking about, you know, us as an organization, but everybody let mama know who the fuck run.
Talk that talk, okay? Talk that fucking talk.
We ran it on 11U.
Talk that talk.
We ran it on 12U. Talk. And if any person, mama, daddy, uncle, auntie, think 13U gonna be any fucking different, they foolish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. It's either, you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all that seen state property. Dog, it's get done or lay down.
Straight up.
And that just is what it is, dog. I mean, you ain't gotta like it. You ain't got respect. It could be personal. I'll go for it.
Yeah. We're gonna do period.
Period.
That's on all levels, really.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
even the cheerleaders. Shit. I can't.
Oh man, we don't need to blood list.
Hey, shout out to them cheerleaders.
For real.
but he like going to that same route, and we talk about cheer. We got cheer coaches that doing shit different.
Yeah.
Stepping out their ledges, doing shit that's not the norm.
Yeah.
But it's appealing.
Yeah.
You know, anytime you do something that's not what everybody else is doing, the same regular gray monotone shit,
Yep.
it becomes appealing, bro. You know, everybody just wore black all the fucking time, like, well, all right. But we said that nigga pop out in that turquoise and that, like,
Yes. Yep.
you know, I just go to a party. If everybody in that motherfucking party dressed the same and look the same, they go like, all right.
Yep.
But if we get a motherfucker like that, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
That nigga right now. Who pulling up in that right now? Who pulling up in that right now?
Yeah.
It's just, I feel like, I mean, that's just, it's what it is with us over here. Like, I made a comparison the other day. Well, you got some organizations, they bought Chevys, and we Ferraris. Bro, this shit just different.
No, we like spaceships, nigga. We like fuck a Ferrari. We like
but you know, I love Future though. Everybody know I fuck with Future, you know. So you already know this shit Pluto astronomical. You know, this shit different, man. But you know, it's just that though, man. And it's just, you know, I just feel like, and 3 going on 4 years of the Jags existence, it's been a case of, hey, let's continually, you know, push the boundary, you know, do shit that's different.
Yep.
And, you know, even from something as simple as, this past year, going to single age.
Yep.
Something as simple as that, just going single age, which, let's be honest, is probably the simplest thing, you know, other than, oh yeah, you got to get more uniforms and more equipment and swaze blase. But just something as simple as that, people looked at us as an old, like, oh, these niggas slipping, they ain't gonna be able to do it. They ain't gonna be able to field all these teams and where all these teams gonna play at and where I'm gonna practice at.
I'm glad you touched on that single age. I'm a parent, and once again, I'm gonna speak from that perspective. If I'm a parent, I want to join the Jags, or I want to join any organization that got single age. What's the benefits of my son playing a single age organization or with a team that's single age? Anybody can touch on it.
Me, I feel like single age is a potato thing.
Okay.
You know, granted, the biggest gripe you hear is, oh, they ain't gonna play that in high school. Yeah, but let's be honest, high school's got freshman ball.
Mm-hmm.
Is that not damn near single age?
Yeah.
High school's got JV ball.
Yeah. So
you still have those opportunities for them to play another level that's not varsity. So I think it's a case where it's potato. I think it's the dumbest shit I've heard is, oh, just because that kid's a stud on a 9U or 11U, the lower age group, that they won't be that same guy on a upper age group, a 12 or 10. Man, look, at the end of the day, a stud is a fucking stud. And it's just a case of, if your kid not a stud, your kid probably not that kid.
Yeah. and never been
shine on that other level. So it just, I mean, it's whatever they want to do. But I mean, if y'all don't want to go single agent organizations, please don't.
But it's a big difference at that young age.
Okay.
It's a huge difference. Now, when you get 16, 17, it start evening out. They don't care how old you're. 18-year-old can whoop a 22-year-old running.
Yeah.
But when you in them single ages on up to that 11, 12 age, that 1 year is a big difference. You can see it in track. You can see it in all type of sports where you got a natural God-given talent, right? So I know a 10-year-old can't whoop 11U.
Okay.
Right? In the 100 meters.
Yep.
The best 10-year-old can whoop a 9U. So when you look at the single and you look at it when all the national teams that play national in the YNC, right? All them teams are single age. Every team plays single age that whole year. That's in the top 2. Every year seems like, if you look at it, you don't see the double age where you have a kid that's 11 playing 12U with a 12U team.
True.
It's all 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's all 11-year-olds, all 10-year-olds. That's it. That's what I'm saying. That's it. Rank 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And that's the way football should be. And at the end of the day, these kids, they're young, their bones not developed. So you don't want to run across a kid. Your kid is 8 years old. He playing against a 10.
Now I ain't getting ready to turn 10.
Now you play that kid already don't hit his spurt. You know what I mean? Now he weigh 30, 40 pounds more than your kid. You know what I mean?
Oh, but that make him a dog, dude. That's like a dog.
Dog gonna be a dog regardless.
It's real.
He gonna be a dog at his age, and when he get older, he gonna be a dog. So it don't really matter, man.
But shit, you get the right single age team, they'll beat the shit out of one of these dudes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A lot of Hill Lions. Pretty sure any people at home watching this, they seen a lot of Hill Lions go up here and play some older team. And
What team who they play? Because I can't remember who they played on the schedule.
they play Slice them. That's what they played.
That team.
Yeah.
That team.
Slice them.
Gotcha.
Oh, they play at 12U?
Shit, they had a lot of Hill made that shit look.
Oh no,
So we getting ready to wrap it up, and I'm just gonna give my flowers to our president. And when I say this, I'm speaking from just a parent. We all know your past of what you might have been through, right? To see the transformation, and it's just hearing it from other people. I don't know everything about you, and I'm not that type of person, but just hearing it from other people could be true, not be true. But I just want to give your flowers to you today to say, hey, I'm appreciative of you. I think as an organization, yeah, you ain't perfect, but I think at the end of the day, it's all about the kids, and that's what you make it about. And that's what is going to draw people to you, is that it's all about the kids. It ain't never about the adult. It ain't never about, it could easily be about your son. It could be about the people that's close to you. You generally make it about the kids, and I think that's the biggest thing that you don't get enough credit for. All the shit talking, all the antics, that's part of it. That's just who you are. But I think for the most part, as us, as dads and as coaches, we do appreciate that, and you don't get enough credit for that. I just wanted to say that before we wrapped it up.
For sure. Appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. That's it. We're gonna be back soon. I don't know when we're gonna be back, but I'm ready to get some more motherfuckers in here so we can talk about this youth football.
That you never seen. It got bulletproof glass in the center screen. Let me guess, it cost you like $100,000.